Welcome friends, I am NK Thukral from Edupedia World. Students, today we will discuss on joint venture, which is coming under private, public and global enterprises. Students, you know and you must have heard the names of JVs in newspapers. For example, joint venture of Birla with Yamaha or joint venture of Maruti with Suzuki. When two or more firms join together, it is known as joint venture. This is in simple words you can say. The organizations of joint venture serves as a short-term partnership or for a specific duration of the project in which each partner shares responsibility for the project. So, students, a project is defined, duration is defined, the purpose is defined, and when two or more persons join together, it is known as joint venture. And all the partners are part of total cost, profit and losses also. Although the parties share responsibilities, the joint venture is its own legal entity. That means it has separate legal entity that remains separate from the parties' other business interests. Now students, let us define what is joint venture. When two or more firms join together for a common purpose and mutual benefit, it is known as joint venture. Further, I may brief you that joint venture provides a way for companies to enter foreign markets also, where it is referred to an international joint venture. Before entering into JVs, one should be very clear on objectives and goals of the venture. Further, I may brief you also that in joint ventures, the firms may be private or government owned or a foreign company, and firms enter into JVs for business expansion, development of new products or moving into new markets. What exactly is required in joint ventures? Number one is pooling of resources, and second, expertise of two or more businesses, which is to ensure that a particular goal is achieved at all costs. Well, let us see friends, what are the important points in formation of joint venture. As you can see in the slides, formation of joint venture requires the following points. Number one, transfer of business. Number two, new JVs. Number three, collaboration. These are the three ways on the basis of which a joint venture can be formed. Now, let us discuss one by one. What is transfer of business and how the formation is done? In transfer of business to a new company, two parties incorporate a new company and business of one party is transferred to a new company in consideration of issue of shares to such party. Second way of formation is new joint venture. Both the parties or two or more parties who are entering into joint venture subscribe to the shares of the joint venture company separately in cash or in agreed ratio and start a new business. This is how the joint venture is formed. Next way is collaboration. What is collaboration? I mean to say collaboration of existing Indian company with other party. When promoter shareholders of an existing Indian company collaborates with other party, he may be a resident or non-resident, to jointly carry on the business of the company, the other party may take up shares of the company through payment in cash. So these are the three ways on the basis of which the joint venture is formed. Now students, What are the requisite points of joint venture? Let us discuss on it. What are the important factors or what are the important points while forming a joint venture? Now let us see on the slide that joint ventures have number of requisite points. I mean to say, number one is approval. All joint ventures in India require government approvals if a foreign partner or a non-resident Indian is involved. So if the joint venture is covered under automatic route, then the approval of RBI is required, and if the joint venture is not covered under automatic route, then special approval of Foreign Investment Board, or you can say FIB, is required. So this is necessary in case of joint venture if a foreign partner or a non-resident Indian is involved. Second, the important point is basis. A joint venture must be based on a memorandum of understanding. As in earlier chapters, you know what is MOU or memorandum of understanding. And it should be signed by both the parties, highlighting the basis of agreement. Number three is period. The agreement must also state that all necessary government approvals and licenses will be obtained within a specified period. And the last requisite point is negotiation. Students, you know there are many kinds of joint ventures between two or more partners or two or more companies. What exactly is required? Negotiation, either technically or financially. Why it is required? Because to avoid any legal complications if comes thereafter. So in order to avoid any legal complications, the terms should be thoroughly discussed. Terms of the agreement should be thoroughly discussed and negotiated well. For negotiations and terms, the cultural and legal background of the party should also be considered. Now students, after covering the important points required in JVs, let us go ahead and see what are the advantages of joint venture. The main benefits of joint venture is, number one, increased resources and capacity. Joint venture leads to pooling of financial, physical and human resources of two or more firms. Due to increased resources, joint venture company grows and expand more quickly and to take advantage of new opportunities. So this is the advantage of this joint venture, because both the partners, both the companies have enough resources and capacity. They can expand business very quickly. Second is access to new markets and network. A joint venture with a partner from another region or country opens up a vast growing market. For example, when a foreign company enters into joint venture with an Indian company, then the joint venture company will gain access to the vast Indian market and provides the benefit of established distribution channels in different local markets. Third benefit is access to new technology. As everybody knows, technology is very important nowadays. Joint venture provides access to advanced techniques of production. What is the benefit of this? It saves a lot of time, energy and investment, as there is no need to develop own technology. Third advantage is innovation. When joint venture with foreign partner comes in, innovation is bound to be there. In this competitive world, joint venture proves to be very useful in providing new and innovative products to come up to the expectation of customers. Last benefit is, or you can say last but one benefit is low cost of production. Cost of raw material, labor, technically qualified workforce is comparatively low in India, maybe professional or non-professional. As a result, many international companies enter into joint venture with Indian companies to take advantages of lower cost of production. The last benefit is established brand name. Some companies have well-established brand name and goodwill. So joint venture with such a company helps to get the benefit of goodwill to other company also. What is the benefit of that? It saves a lot of investment in developing brand name for the product, as there is a ready market waiting for the product to be launched. So these are the benefits of having joint venture. Now let us see what are the demerits of joint venture. Let us discuss one by one. Number one is conflict of interest. The dual ownership may lead to conflicts between the partners over control of business. Only in some cases it happens. Normally it is successful, but conflict of interest may come at any time. Next is loss of trade secrets. That is bound to be there. This is a risk. So there is a risk of disclosure of technology and trade secrets. And last is lack of coordination. There can be a lack of coordination among the partners, which may affect the efficient functioning of the joint venture. It is also a slight disadvantage of joint venture, as lack of coordination may come up at any stage. So students, we have covered today the joint venture. Now students, after covering joint venture, let me brief you something about public-private partnership also. Let us see what is public-private partnership. Some kind of joint venture is not exact some kind of joint venture. What is PPP? Public-private partnership, or you can say P3. It is a legally binding contract between government and private business firm for the provision of public assets and or public services for the benefit of public only. The example is the Vidya Sagar Setu in West Bengal. It is one of the first public-private partnership projects in India. So some sort of projects are done with a partnership with private by the government. What is the goal of PPP? What is the goal? And what are the features? The goal of P3 is to combine the best capabilities of the public and private sectors. Government remains actively involved throughout the project life cycle, and the private sector is responsible for the more commercial functions such as project design, construction, finance, operation, etc. This is what public-private partnership is. Now let us see what are the features. Number one is arrangement with private sector entity. Here the public assets and a public service under an arrangement will be provided by the private sector entity to the public. Public services, these are the services that the government is obligated to provide to its citizens, or where the government had traditionally providing the services to its citizens. For example, you can say provision of law and order, electricity, water, etc. Next, public asset. What is public asset? It is an asset whose use is linked to the delivery of public service. For example, public road, which is linked to the public transportation. So this comes under PPP. Next feature is investment. This kind of partnership provides for both investment and non-investment of PPPs. Next is operation. The PPP arrangement is for a specific period, after which the arrangement with private sector comes to an end. Risk sharing. The PPP project involves sharing of risk with the private sector. Another feature is performance-linked payments. What is the objective of this kind of partnership? Its aims is to provide central focus on performance and not merely provision of facility or service. Next is conformity to performance standards. The objective of this kind of partnership is to provide a strong element of service delivery aspect and compliance to predetermined quality standards. So these are the features of public-private partnership. Now let us go ahead. What are the benefits of public-private partnership to the public also? Number one benefit is inflow of investment. PPP attracts private investment, which is of utmost importance to undertake such essential projects. So, inflow of private investment is there. Second is increased efficiency. Involvement of private sector will bring efficiency in implementation of projects and cut down time and cost. Another benefit is innovation. PPP helps in bringing innovative design and construction practices, especially with the help of private sector. Next is better viability. Involvement of experienced and credit-worthy sponsors and commercial leaders could enhance validity of the project. So this is all today. We have discussed joint venture and public-private partnership. So students, you must have taken interest in knowing what is joint venture, what are the benefits, and similarly, what can be public-private partnership, and what is requirement, and what are the benefits of PPP. Okay. Thanks for the day. Bye-bye.